Mystery of the Dream, Chapter 14 of Holographic Multiverse. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving deep into something that's been absolutely blowing my mind. Chapter 14 from my book, Mystery of the Dream. And let me tell you, this chapter is wild. We're not just talking about some character trying to get some sleep here. We're going on a complete mind-bending journey into what consciousness actually is. The setup. When sleep becomes your enemy. So picture this. You're lying in bed, completely exhausted, but you're terrified to fall asleep. Why? Because your dreams have become these psychological horror shows that leave you more drained than when you started. That's exactly where our narrator is at the beginning of this chapter. They're doing everything they can think of, avoiding weird sleeping positions, not eating before bed, hoping their new medication won't make them hallucinate. But here's the kicker. They're starting to wonder if they're going crazy, like actually developing schizophrenia. Heavy stuff, right? But then something incredible happens. The shift from fear to wonder. Instead of spiraling deeper into that medical anxiety, our narrator does something brilliant. They stop and think, wait, what actually is sleep? What are dreams? And boom, that simple question launches us into this incredible rabbit hole of ideas that will literally change how you think about reality. Mindbender number 1, dreams versus daydreams. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. You know how when you daydream during the day, it's kind of blurry, like a cheap knockoff of reality? Your imagination is there, but it's not super detailed or vivid. But dreams? Oh man, dreams are intense. The colors are vivid. You can feel textures, smell things, live through complex stories that feel completely real while you're in them. So here's the crazy question our narrator poses. What if dreams are actually more real than our waking fantasies? What if they're closer to true reality than we think?
Mindbender number 2, the Holographic Universe Theory. Now this is where science meets science fiction in the most incredible way. Scientists have found that when you're in deep REM sleep having vivid dreams, your brainwaves look almost identical to when you're awake. Think about that for a second. Your brain is basically operating the same way whether you're awake or dreaming. So, if the hardware is running the same program, but the content feels totally different, what does that tell us? Our narrator suggests something that'll make your head spin. What if our entire waking reality is actually an incredibly sophisticated hologram being projected into our minds? I'm talking about everything. This room I'm filming in, your phone or computer screen, even you watching this video right now. What if it's all just an unbelievably detailed simulation being fed to us by some kind of creator or cosmic computer? Mindbender number 3, dreams as interdimensional travel. But wait, it gets even crazier. You know how in dreams, scenes can change instantly? 1 second you're in your childhood bedroom, the next you're flying over an alien landscape. We usually just chalk that up to random brain activity, right? Wrong. Our narrator proposes that dreams aren't random at all. They're actual journeys into parallel universes. Every time you dream, you're not just making stuff up, you're literally experiencing alternate realities, living parallel lives in different dimensions. Those instant scene changes? That's your consciousness traveling faster than light, because thought itself moves faster than light, jumping between these different universes. Even animals might be doing this when they dream. Mindbender number 4, your brain as a cosmic radio. If reality is this projected hologram, then your brain isn't generating consciousness, it's receiving it. Think of your brain like a really sophisticated radio that's tuned into the creator's broadcast. Dreams might be those moments when the signal gets a bit fuzzy, or when you accidentally pick up broadcasts from other channels, other realities. Remember that terrifying experience the narrator had where they couldn't tell if they were awake or dreaming? That wasn't a medical emergency. That was them being caught between two different holographic realities because of a glitch in the programming. Mindbender number 5. Time travel through thought. Here's where Einstein comes into play. We know time is relative, right? And if thought can move faster than light, and if we can travel through different realities via our consciousness, then guess what? We already have time travel technology. It's in our heads. We don't need some crazy sci-fi machine. We've got the ultimate spacecraft built right into our consciousness. The key might be learning how to navigate it consciously, tapping into our subconscious where physical laws don't seem to apply. The big revelation: everything you know is wrong. So, after all this, our narrator, who's been a hardcore materialist scientist their whole life, comes to this earth-shattering conclusion. The physical world might be an illusion. Reality might actually be spiritual, centered around this creator consciousness. But here's the thing that makes this so beautifully human and honest. This revelation leads to an even bigger question that nobody can answer. Okay, but who created the creator? Why this matters to you? Look, I know this is heavy stuff, but think about it. You spend about 8 hours a day, a third of your entire life, in this mysterious dream state. What if those aren't just random neural fireworks? What if you're actually exploring infinite realities every single night? What if the answers to the biggest questions about existence aren't just in telescopes and particle accelerators, but in understanding the secret language of our own dreaming minds? The beautiful mystery. The amazing thing about this chapter is that it doesn't pretend to have all the answers. That final question, who created the creator, isn't a failure of the theory. It's the point. It's acknowledging that there's this ultimate mystery at the heart of everything that might be forever beyond human understanding. And you know what? That's actually beautiful. It connects us to every human culture throughout history. Greeks, Romans, Chinese civilizations, indigenous peoples. Everyone has wondered about the meaning of dreams, and was still wondering today.
Your next sleep will never be the same. So next time you're drifting off to sleep tonight, remember this. You might not just be resting. You might be about to embark on an interdimensional journey across the multiverse. You might be about to live alternate lives, visit parallel realities, and explore the infinite corridors of existence. Sweet dreams, travelers. What do you think? Drop a comment below. Do you think dreams are just random brain activity, or could they be something much more incredible? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want more mind-bending content like this. Trust me, we're just getting started on this journey into the mysteries of consciousness. If you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into the mysteries of the holographic multiverse, I invite you to check out my book. You can get your copy right now. Just follow the link in the description below. Your support not only helps me create more content, but also fuels this journey of exploration. Want even deeper access? Join my Patreon for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes insights, and a free download of my book. As a patron, you'll also receive bonus videos on how I conquered insomnia and anxiety, plus a private 30-minute call with me to explore life's biggest questions together. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X, for updates, extra content, and mind-expanding discussions. Links are all below. Catch you in the next video.